We sail the ocean blue, and also see ships of beauty. We are sober men and true, and attentive to our duty. When the balls are free or the bright blue sea, we stand to our guns all day. When a tank we ride on the Portsmouth tide, with plenty of time to play.
Hail, men of war's men, safeguards of your nation. Here is an end at last of all privation. You've got your play, spare all you can afford to welcome little Buttercup on board. For I'm called Little Buttercup, dear Little Buttercup, though I could never tell why. But still I'm called Buttercup, poor Little Buttercup, sweet Little Buttercup I've snuff and tobacco and excellent Jackie, I've scissors and watches and knives. I've ribbons and laces to set off the faces of pretty young sweethearts and wives. I've treacle and toffee, I've tea and I've coffee, soft Tommy and succulent chops. I've chickens and conies and pretty polonies and excellent peppermint drops. Then buy of your Buttercup, dear Little Buttercup, sailors should never be shy. So buy of your Buttercup, poor Little Buttercup, come of your Buttercup, buy.
Aye, Little Buttercup, I'm well called, for you're the rosiest, the roundest, and the reddest beauty in all Spithead.
Red am I, and round and rosy, may be, for I have dissembled well. But hark ye, my merry friend, hast ever thought that beneath a gay and frivolous exterior there may lurk a cankerworm, which is slowly but surely eating its way into one's very heart?
No, my lass, I can't say I've ever thought that. I have thought it often.
Yes, you look like it. What's the matter with the man? Isn't he well?
Don't take no heed of him. That's only poor Dick Deadeye. I say it's a beast of a name, ain't it? Dick Deadeye.
It's not a nice name.
I'm ugly too, ain't I?
You are certainly plain.
And I'm three-cornered too, ain't I?
You are rather triangular.
That's it. I'm ugly, and they hate me for it. For you all hate me, don't you?
We do.
There. Well, Dick, we ain't going to hurt any fellow creature's feelings, but you can't expect a chap with the name as Dick Deadeye to be a popular character now, can you? No.
It's asking too much, ain't it?
It is. From such a face and form as mine, the noblest sentiments sound like the black utterances of a depraved imagination. It's human nature. I'm resigned.
But tell me, who's the youth whose faltering feet with difficulty bear him on his course?
That is the smartest lad in all the fleet, Rafe Rackstraw.
Ha! That name! Remorse! Remorse! The nightingale sighed for the moon's bright ray, and told his tale in his own melodious way. He sang "Ah, well a day," he sang "Ah, well a day." The lowly vale for the mountain vainly sighed, to his humble wail the echoing hills replied. They sang "Ah, well a day," they sang "Ah, well a day." I know the value of a friendly chorus, but choruses yield little consolation when we have pain and sorrow too before us. I love, and love, alas, above my station. He loves and loves, alas, above his station. Yes, yes, the lass is much above his station. a maiden fair to see, the pearl of minstrelsy, a bud of blushing beauty, for whom proud nobles sigh, and with each other vie, to do her menial's duty, to do her menial's duty. A suitor lowly born, with hopeless passion torn, and poor beyond denying, has dared for her to pine, at whose exalted shrine a world of wealth is sighing. A world of wealth is sighing. Unlearned he in aught save that which love has taught, for love had been his tutor. Oh, pity, pity me, a captain's daughter she, and I that lowly suitor, and he that lowly suitor. Ah, my poor lad, you've climbed too high! Our worthy captain's child won't have nothing to say to a poor chap like you, will she, lads?
No, 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 no. Captain's daughters don't marry foremast hands. Shame, shame. Dick Deadeye, them sentiments of yourn are a disgrace to our common nature.
But a strange anomaly, that the daughter of a man who hails from the quarter-deck may not love another who lays out on the fore-yard arm. For a man is but a man, whether he hoists his flag on the main truck or his slacks on the main deck.
Ah, it's a queer world.
Dick Deadeye, I have no desire to press hardly on you, but such a revolutionary sentiment is enough to make an honest sailor shudder.
My lads, our gallant captain has come on deck. Let us greet him as so brave an officer and so gallant a seaman deserves.
My gallant crew, good morning. Sir, good morning. I hope you're all quite well.
Quite well.
And you, sir? I am in reasonable health, and happy to meet you all once more.
You do us proud, sir.
I am the captain of the Pissafore,
And a right good captain, too.
You're very, very good, and be it understood, I command a right good crew.
We're very, very good, and be it understood, he commands a right good crew.
Though related to a pier, I can hand, reef, and steer, or ship a selvagee. I'm never known to quail at the fury of a gale, and I'm never, never sick at sea.
What, never?
No, never. What, never? Hardly ever.
He's hardly ever sick at sea. Then give 3 cheers and 1 cheer more for the hardy captain of the Pissafore.
I do my best to satisfy you all.
With you we're quite content.
You're exceedingly polite, and I think it only right to return a compliment.
We're exceedingly polite, and he thinks it only right to return a compliment.
Bad language or abuse I never, never use, whatever the emergency. Though bother it I may occasionally say, I never use a big, big D.
What, never?
No, never.
What, never?
Hardly ever.
Hardly ever swears a big, big D. Then give 3 cheers and 1 cheer more for the well-bred captain of the Pissafore. Then give 3 cheers and 1 cheer more for the captain of the Pissafore. Sir, you are sad. The silent eloquence of yonder tear that trembles on your eyelash proclaims a sorrow far more deep than common. Confide in me. Fear not. I am a mother.
Yes, little buttercup, I'm sad and sorry. My daughter, Josephine, the fairest flower that ever blossomed in ancestral timber, is sought in marriage by Sir Joseph Porter, our Admiralty's first lord. But for some reason, she does not seem to tackle kindly to it.
Ah, poor Joseph! Ah, I know too well the anguish of a heart that loves but vainly. But see, here comes your most attractive daughter. I go. Farewell.
A plump and pleasing person.
Sorry her lot who loves too well, heavy the heart that hopes but vainly, sad are the sighs that own the spell uttered by eyes that speak too plainly. Heavy the sorrow that bows the head when love is alive and hope is dead. Sad is the hour when sets the sun. Dark is the night to earth's poor daughters. When to the ark the wearied one flies from the empty waste of waters, heavy the sorrow that bows the head when love is alive and hope is dead.
My child, I grieve to see that you are a prey to melancholy. You should look your best today, for Sir Joseph Porter, KCB, will be here this afternoon to claim your promised hand.
Ah, father, your words cut me to the quick. I can esteem, reverence, venerate Sir Joseph, for he is a great and good man. But, I cannot love him. My heart is already given.
This then as I feared. Given? And to whom? Not to some gilded lordling.
No, father, the object of my love is no lordling. Oh, pity me, for he is but a humble sailor on board your own ship.
Impossible.
Yes, it is true.
A common sailor? Oh, fie.
I blush for the weakness that allows me to cherish such a passion. I hate myself when I think of the depth to which I have stooped on permitting myself to think tenderly of one so ignobly born. But I love him! I love him! I love him!
Come, my child, let us talk this over. In a matter of the heart, I would not coerce my daughter. I attach but little value to rank or wealth, but the line must be drawn somewhere. A man in that station may be brave and worthy, but at every step he would commit solecisms that society would never pardon.
Oh, I have thought of this night and day. But fear not, father. I have a heart, and therefore I love. But I am your daughter, and therefore I am proud. Though I carry my love to the tomb with me, he shall never, never know it.
You are my daughter, after all. But see, Sir Joseph Pard approaches, manned by 12 trusty oarsmen and accompanied by the admiring crowd of sisters, cousins, and aunts that attend him wherever he goes. Retire, my daughter, to your cabin. Take this photograph with you. It may help to bring you to a more reasonable frame of mind.
My own thoughtful father! Ew!
Sir Joseph's barge is seen, and its crowd of blushing beauties. We hope he'll find us clean, and attentive to our duties. We sail the ocean blue, and our saucy ships of beauty. We're sober, sober men and true, and attentive to our duties. Sober, sober men and true. We're smart and sober men, and quite devoid of fear. In all the royal land, none are so smart as we are. Gaily tripping, lightly skipping, flock the maidens to the shipping. Flags and guns and pennants tipping, all the ladies love the shipping. Sailors sprightly, always sprightly, welcome ladies so politely. Ladies who can smile so brightly, sailors welcome most politely. Now give 3 cheers, I'll lead the way. Hurrah, hurrah, hooray, hooray, hooray. I am the monarch of the sea, the ruler of the Queen's Navy, whose praise Great Britain loudly chants.
And we are his sisters and his cousins and his aunts, and we are his sisters and his cousins and his aunts.
When at anchor here I ride, my bosom swells with pride, and I snap my fingers at our foeman's taunts.
So do his sisters and his cousins and his aunts, and so do his sisters and his cousins and his aunts.
But when the breezes blow, I generally go below, and seek the seclusion that the common grants.
And so do his sisters and his cousins and his aunts, and so do his sisters and his cousins and his aunts, his sisters and his cousins who he reckons up by dozens and his aunts.
When I was a lad, I served a term as office boy to an attorney's firm. I cleaned the windows and I swept the floor, and I polished up the handle of the big front door. I polished up the handle of the big front door. I polished up this handle so carefully that now I am the ruler of the Queen's Navy. He polished up the handle so carefully that now he's the ruler of the Queen's Navy. Bum, 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 bum. As office boy, I made such a mark that they gave me the post of a junior clerk. I served the writs with a smile so bland, and I copied all the letters in a big round hand. I copied all the letters in a big round hand. I copied all the letters in a hand so free that now I am the ruler of the Queen's Navy. He copied all the letters in a hand so free that now he's the ruler of the Queen's Navy. Bum, 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 bum. In serving writs, I made such a name that an articled clerk I soon became. I wore clean collars and a brand new suit for the pass examination at the Institute. For the pass examination at the Institute. That pass examination did so well for me that now I am the ruler of the Queen's Navy. That pass examination did so well for me that now he is the ruler of the Queen's Navy. Dum 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 dum. Of legal knowledge I acquired such a grip that they took me into the partnership. That junior partnership, I ween, was the only ship that I ever had seen. Was the only ship that I ever had seen. But that kind of ship so suited me that now I am the ruler of the Queen's Navy. But that kind of ship so suited me that now I is the ruler of the Queen's Navy. I grew so rich that I was sent by a pocket of borough into Parliament. I always voted at my party's call. I never thought of thinking of myself at all. He never thought of thinking for himself at all. I thought so little they rewarded me by making me the ruler of the Queen's Navy. He thought so little they rewarded me by making him the ruler of the Queen's Navy. Bum, 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 bum. Now, landsmen all, whoever you may be, if you want to rise to the top of the tree, if your soul isn't fettered to an office stool, be careful to be guided by this golden rule. Be careful to be guided by this golden rule. Stick close to your desks and never go to sea. And you all may be rulers of the Queen's Navy. Stick close to your desks and never go to sea. And you all may be rulers of the Queen's Navy.
You've a remarkably fine crew, Captain Corcoran.
It is a fine crew, Sir Joseph.
A British sailor is a splendid fellow, Captain Corcoran.
A splendid fellow indeed, Sir Joseph.
I hope you'll treat your crew kindly, Captain Corcoran.
Indeed, I hope so, Sir Joseph.
Never forget that they are the bulwarks, they say, of England's greatness, Captain Corcoran.
So I have always considered them, Sir Joseph.
No bullying, I trust. No strong language of any kind, eh?
Oh, never, Sir Joseph.
What, never?
Hardly ever, Sir Joseph. They are an excellent crew and do their work thoroughly without it.
Don't patronize them, sir. Pray don't patronize them.
Sadly not, Sir Joseph.
You, the captain, is an accident of birth. I cannot permit these noble fellows to be patronized because an accident of birth has placed you above them and them below you.
I am the last person to insult a British sailor, Sir Joseph.
You are the last person who did, Captain Corcoran. Desire that splendid seaman to step forward. No, the other splendid seaman.
Rafe Rackstraw, 3 paces to the front. March!
If what?
I beg your pardon. I don't think I understand you.
If you please.
Oh, yes, of course. If you please.
You're a remarkably fine fellow.
Yes, Your Honour.
And a first-rate seaman, I'll be bound. There's not a smarter topman in the Navy, Your Honour, though I say it who shouldn't. Not at all. Proper self-respect, nothing more. Can you dance a hornpipe?
No, Your Honour.
That's a pity. All sailors should dance hornpipes. I will teach you one this evening after dinner. Now tell me, don't be afraid. How does your captain treat you, eh? A better captain don't walk the deck, Your Honour.
Aye, aye.
Good. I like to hear you speak well of your commanding officer. I dare say he don't deserve it, but still it does you credit. Can you sing? I can hum a little, Your Honour. Then hum this at your leisure. It is a song that I composed for the use of the Royal Navy. It is designed to encourage independence of thought and action in the lower branches of the service, and to teach the principle the British sailor is any man's equal, excepting mine. Now, Captain Corcoran, a word with you in your cabin on a tender and sentimental subject.
Aye, aye. Boatswain, in commemoration of this joyous occasion, see that extra grog is served out to the ship's company at 7 bells.
Beg pardon? If what, Your Honour?
If what? I don't think I understand you.
If you please, Your Honour.
What?
The gentleman is quite right. If you please.
If you please.
For I hold that on the seas the expression, if you please, a particularly gentlemanly tone implants. And so do his sisters and his cousins and his aunts, and so do his sisters and his cousins and his aunts, his sisters and his cousins, so he reckons up by dozens and his aunts.
Ah, Sir Joseph's true, gentlemen, courteous and considerate to the very humblest.
True, boatswain, but we are not the very humblest. Sir Joseph has explained our true position to us. As he says, a British seaman is any man's equal, excepting his. And if Sir Joseph says that, is it not our duty to believe him?
Well spoke, well spoke. You're on a wrong tack, and so is he. He means well, but he don't know. When people have to obey other people's orders, equality's out of the question.
Horrible, horrible.
Dick Deadeye, if you go for to infuriate this here ship's company too far, I won't answer for being able to hold him in. I'm shocked. That's what I am, shocked.
Messmates, my mind's made up. I'll speak to Captain's daughter and tell her like an honest man of the honest love I have for her.
Aye, aye.
Is not my love as good as another's? Is not my heart as true as another's? Have I not hands and eyes and ears and limbs like another?
Aye, aye.
True, I lack birth.
You've a berth on board this very ship.
Well said. I had forgotten that. Messmates, what do you say? Do you approve my determination?
We do. I don't. Oh, what is to be done with this here hopeless chap? Let us sing him the song that Sir Joseph has kindly composed for us. Perhaps it will bring this here miserable creature to a proper state of mind.
A British tar is a soaring soul, as free as a mountain bird. His energetic fist should be ready to resist a dictatorial word. His nose should pant and his lips should curl, his cheeks should flame and his brow should furl, his bosom should heave and his heart should glow, and his fist be ever ready for a knockdown blow. His nose should pant and his lips should curl, his cheeks should flame and his brow should furl, his bosom should heave and his heart should glow, and his fist be ever ready for a knockdown blow. His eyes should flash with an inborn fire, his brow with scorn be wrung. He never should bow down to a domineering frown, or the tang of a tyrant tongue. His foot should stamp and his throat should growl, his hair should twirl and his face should scowl, his eyes should flash and his breast protrude, and this should be his customary attitude. His foot should stamp and his throat should growl, his hair should twirl and his face should scowl, his eyes should flash and his breast protrude, and this should be his customary attitude. His attitude, his attitude, his attitude.
It is useless. Sir Joseph's attentions nauseate me. I know that he is a truly great and good man, for he told me so himself. But to me he seems tedious, fretful, and dictatorial. Yet his must be a mind of no common order, or he would not dare to teach my dear father to dance a hornpipe on a cabin table. Rafe Rackstraw! Aye, lady, no other than poor Rafe Rackstraw. How my heart beats! And why poor, Rafe? I am poor in the essence of happiness, lady, rich only in never-ending unrest. In me there meet a combination of antithetical elements which are at eternal war with one another, driven hither by objective influences, thither by subjective emotions, wafted one moment into blazing day by mocking hope, plunged the next into the Cimmerian darkness of tangible despair. I am but a living ganglion of reconcilable antagonisms. I hope I make myself clear, lady. Perfectly. His simple eloquence goes to my heart. Oh, if I dared, but no, the thought is madness. Dismiss these foolish fancies. They torture you but needlessly. Come, make one effort. I will. One. Josephine. Sir! Even though Jove's armory were launched at the head of the audacious mortal whose lips, unhallowed by relationship, dared to breathe that precious word, yet would I breathe it once, and then perchance be silent evermore. Josephine, in one breath I will concentrate the hopes, the doubts, the anxious fears of 6 weary months. Josephine, I am a British sailor, and I love you. Sir, this audacity! Oh, my heart, my beating heart! This unwarrantable presumption on the part of a common sailor. Common, oh, the irony of the word. Oh, sir, you forget the disparity in our ranks. I forget nothing, haughty lady. I love you desperately. My life is in your hands. I lay it at your feet. Give me hope, and what I lack in education and polite accomplishments, that I will endeavor to acquire. Drive me to despair, and in death alone I shall look for consolation. I am proud, and cannot stoop to implore. I have spoken, and I wait your word. You shall not wait long. Your proffered love I heartily reject. Go, sir, and learn to cast your eyes on some village maiden in your own poor rank. They should be lowered before your captain's daughter. Refrain, audacious star, your suit from pressing. Remember what you are and whom addressing. I'd love my rank to scorn in union holy. Were he more highly born, or I more lowly? Proud lady, have your way, unfeeling beauty. You speak and I obey, it is my duty. I am the lowliest tar that sails the water, and you, proud maiden, are my captain's daughter. My heart with anguish torn bows down before her. She laughs my love to scorn, yet I adore her. Yet I adore her. Can I survive this overbearing, or live a life of mad despairing? My prophet love, despised, rejected. No, no, it's not to be expected. Messmates, ahoy, come here, come here. Aye, boy, what cheer, what cheer? Now tell us, pray without delay, what does she say? What cheer, what cheer? The maiden treats my suit with scorn, rejects my humble gift, milady. She says I am ignobly born, and cuts my hopes adrift, milady. Oh, cruel one, oh, cruel one.
She spurns your suit. Oh, oh, I told you so, I told you so.
Shall they submit? Are we but slaves? Love comes alike to high and low. Britannia's sailors rule the waves, and shall they stoop to insult? No, no.
You must submit, you are but slaves. A lady she, oh, ho, ho, you lowly toilers of the waves. She spurns you all, I told you so.
My friends, my leave of life I'm taking, for oh, my heart is breaking. When I am gone, oh, prithee tell the maid that as I died, I loved her well. Of life, alas, his leave he's taking, for his faithful heart is breaking. When he is gone, we'll surely tell the maid that as he died, he loved her well. Be warned, my messmates all, who love in rank above you, for Josephine I fall. Ah, stay your hand, I love you. Ah, stay your hand, she loves you. Loves me, loves you. Yes, yes, ah, yes, she loves you.
Oh, Troy, your rupture unforeseen, for now the sky is all serene. Like God of day, the orb of love has hung as ensign high above. The sky is all ablaze with wooing words and loving song. We'll chase the lagging hours along, and if we find a maiden coy, we'll murmur forth the glorious joy in dreamy roundelays.
He thinks he's won his Josephine, but though the sky is now serene, a frowning thunderbolt above me, and their ill-assorted love, which now is all ablaze. Our captain, ere the day is done, will be extremely down upon the wicked men who art employed to make his Josephine coy in many various ways.
This very night, with bated breath and muffled door, without a light, as still as death, will steal ashore. A clergyman shall make us one at 10:30, and then we can return, for none can part them then. This very night, with bated breath and muffled door, without a light, as still as death, will steal ashore. A clergyman shall make them one at 10:30, and then we can return, for none can part them then.
Forbear, nor carry out the scheme you planned. She is a lady, you a foremast hand. Remember, she's your gallant captain's daughter, and you the meanest slave that crawls the water.
Back, vermin, back, no mock us, back, vermin, back, you shock us.
Let's give 3 cheers for the sailor's pride, who casts all thought of rank aside, who gives up home and fortune too, for the honest love of sailor true. For a British tar is a soaring soul, as free as a mountain bird, his energetic fist should be ready to resist a dictatorial word. His foot should stamp and his throat should growl, his hair should twirl and his face should scowl, his eyes should flash and his breast protrude, and this should be his customary attitude.